अच्छा पहले तुम ये कर लो
जी।
बुद्धि अगर सजग होगा ना, जागरूक होगा,
हाँ हाँ।
तो सही प्रश्न उठा पाओगे। सही प्रश्न उठाना भी जो है ना, वो वही उठा सकता है जो आदमी शरीर, विचार, भाव, इससे थोड़ा उसका तादात्म्य टिका हुआ। जब तुम चित्त की स्थिति में हो, थोड़ा कुछ न कुछ जिसको आत्मा बोलते हैं, तभी तुम प्रश्न भी थोड़ा बीच बीच में उससे जुड़ जाते हो, फिर उससे टूट जाते हो, तो प्रश्न उठा सकते हो। और जब आत्मा में भी आदमी स्टेब्लिश हो गया, तभी प्रश्न उठाना चाहिए, क्योंकि फिर नीचे नहीं गिरे वो। तो ये तो पूरा खेल यही है ना, कि ऐसे ही तुम कोई चीज से तादात्म्य किए, नीचे गिर गए। इसीलिए कहा जाता है, रामकृष्ण परमहंस भी बोलते थे कि बार बार आदमी समाधि में जाता है तो उसका सारा इम्प्योरिटी जो होता है वो खत्म होता है। या फिर जैन में कहते हैं हजारों सतोरी हो सकता है। सतोरी और समाधि में यही अनुभव है। समाधि में गए तो फिर मुक्त हो गए, वो अल्टीमेट सतोरी हो गया। वो सतोरी हजारों हो सकता है, फिर वापस लौट आए। समाधि मतलब ईगो, फाइनली तुम्हारा आइडेंटिफिकेशन ईगो से ब्रेक हो गया। ये जान गए तुम, यू आर नॉट दैट। वट एवर यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग, whatever you are knowing, whatever you are perceiving, whatever you can touch, whatever you can feel, whatever you can emote, anything that is in the realm of experience, you are beyond that. You are not that. समझे?
जी।
अब कुछ पूछोगे तो ठीक है, पूछो। इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे तो ठीक रहेगा, उसको भी काम आएगा। क्या
जी,
कुछ पूछ रहे हो कि हम ही बोले?
आप ही
कोई
बोलिए।
प्रश्न अगर इससे रिलेटेड अगर पूछते हो तो भी ठीक है, नहीं तो हम खुद बोलते हैं।
There is so much desire always, so much ambitious human being, or not about human being, let's relate to me or Karen. There is always something to achieve, something to be, something to impress, something to get some more about money, attention, always there. Then how it is possible to not to do not to get attached or identified?
First of all, you have to understand, this is not something unique to you or Karen or anyone else, Prince or whatever name you can say. Everyone is born in ignorance. Everyone is
born in
ignorance.
Okay.
अगर तुम कहीं ज्यादा भीड़ भाड़ हो तो थोड़ा ऐसे जगह में जाओ जहाँ रिकॉर्डिंग भी ठीक हो और थोड़ा साइलेंट हो कंपैरेटिवली। अब जैसे जगह में हो, अगर ज्यादा पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है तो जितना हो सके।
हाँ, बस 1 मिनट रहेगी, फिर नहीं रहेगी।
ओके ओके। तो एवरीवन इज बॉर्न इन इग्नोरेंस, एवरीवन इज बॉर्न एज शूद्र। शूद्र का मतलब, मीनिंग ऑफ शूद्र इज दैट you are identified with the body. You think you are this body. The moment you get identified with this body, then the boundary line is set. The boundary line of the body. Or if you get identified with your thoughts and emotions, feeling, mood, these are all your boundary line. That's why what these people, especially in India, what they developed, what they discovered, what they came to realize, it is the deepest possible science. It is science, but it needs deep patience. It needs arduous effort in the beginning from the seeker. Otherwise, you are somewhere lost in the middle. You never come back to your home. So if you have patience, once you have understood the game of this world, this dreamy world, the mind-created world, then you know that if you are identified with the mind, then you are just like a football being kicked from this side to that side. You call it destiny. It is not destiny. It is your unconsciousness. That becomes your destiny. As long as you are unconscious, you will suffer. You will suffer the duality of pleasure and pain. You will suffer the changes which happen. All the time something is happening. All the time changes is happening. All the time outside situation will be your master. So it needs real stubbornness that I will go on and on. Even if I reach nowhere, so what? The kind of life which I am living at present is just totally meaningless. It's just bogus. There is no beauty, no grace, no significance, no meaning, nothing in this life. Once it is very clear, then your whole energy will go in that direction. And then changes happen. But it is a slow change because you have accumulated this sanskar, these impressions in nobody knows how many lives, trillions, or maybe even more. Because you have been everything, whatever you can see in this world, you have been all those things before. But one should not lose heart, because the moment you are the consciousness, and it is like once you bring the light in the dark room, the darkness can be of billions of years, of trillions of years, but it will disappear immediately. So as long as the identification is there at gross level or subtle level, you will suffer, but your suffering will become less and less as you come closer to your real nature. Is it clear or not, whatever I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because these things were paying to you, these things were serving your vested interest. As long as you are interested in this dream world, in the world of ambition, in the world of ignorance, in the world of darkness, these things have served you. So you will not be able to give up all those things quickly. It will remain, this bondage will remain as long as you have any identification. Once you have understood the whole game, that it is, we have been just repeating it again and again ad infinitum for life, millions and billions of life, the same thing. Now it is enough. Once the frustration happens, what is the point? I'm just a robot. I'm just a machine, a programmed computer. It is my conditionings which has possessed me, which is dominating me. I am not the master of my life. And first, your ego has to become integrated. It has to become crystallized, what Gurdjieff said, crystallized ego. So ego is at present scattered. And when your ego is scattered, your energy cannot go in one direction. That's why these meditation technique like dynamic, it will make your ego crystallized, because it needs tremendous willpower. One day you have to give that will also, because the will is also subtle ego. But if you want to get rid of the thorn which is inside you, you have to use another thorn to take it out. Once that thorn which is inside you comes out, you will throw both the thorns. So whatever method and technique is given to you according to your maturity. So in India, they have developed this, they created the inner map so perfectly that if you are an intelligent person, you need to have some buddhi, some intelligence. Then at least the map will be clear and you can make the journey. Are you with me or?
Sorry?
Are you with me or not?
Yeah.
Dreaming.
I'm listening.
So once in a while say otherwise I don't know whether you are still listening or you have gone to sleep or the phone is disconnected.
Yeah.
Once in a while, once you remember, don't try to make a conscious effort. Otherwise,
Okay.
you will be clinging to your conscious mind. So, you must have, they have talked about 4 things: Man, Buddhi, Chhit. You know it or not?
Yeah. But
You
I'm not I may not be able to explain and differentiate each thing.
So the thing is that one has to be very dishonest and open and naked about these things. If the understanding is not there, one should not claim. Otherwise, first intellectual understanding is needed, then you can work. Because almost everyone today is living according to the left brain, which is logical, mathematical brain. So meditation, science of meditation is needed for almost everyone. Very few people can enter into devotion easily. First cleaning is needed. So the first thing is man. Man, if you translate it into English, then it is subconscious mind. And this conscious mind is accumulation of everything, whatever you have experienced, whatever you have known, whatever you have felt, all your desires, all your ambitions, your identification with your form. If you are beautiful, you have this idea that you are beautiful. If you are white, you think you are white. If you are black, you think, and that creates the ego. Whatever is your achievement, the kind of prestige and respect you hold in society, everything is created this subconscious mind. And the more you are identified with this subconscious mind, the more you will be in prison. Because this is all dead thing, this is all past. What if it is all your memory? And your memory is dominating you. Your memory is the food for your life. And this memory is dead. So your life will be just not fresh. You will be very stale, not so alive, bossy. So this is the first thing. Subconscious mind, which is all your knowledge, all your whatever you have accumulated, all your experiences. Then the second thing is Buddhi. Buddhi, or you can translate it as intelligence. So those people who are, this you can call conscious mind. The subconscious mind is something which comes out once in a while. It is filtered into the conscious mind, and then you are surprised. You are just you become confused. You feel helpless. What is ruling me? What you were saying about you, everyone. That this is this subconscious mind, which is creating all this confusion and havoc, and you walk, but you cannot because the identification has happened. Then is this conscious mind. So once you are settled in this conscious mind, then you can call yourself human being, even fit to be called human being. So here you are able to have, in a way you can say, control over your emotions, thoughts, your body. Now the intelligence is dominating you. So emotions and feeling and thoughts and your body remain in your control.
Hmm.
Then the third thing is Chhit. Chhit means Atma. Chhit means the consciousness within you. But at the level of Chhit also there is, ego is not there, but there is Asmita. That is all right. In the journey, once you have reached to that state, you can call it as a great achievement. Asmita means that you have this realization, this sense of being, I am. Now the emphasis is on am, not on I. Earlier the emphasis was on I. I is just a dreamy state. It's a false I. Now once you are settled you in this Chit, then you are able to disidentify yourself with, you become separate from whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are knowing, whatever you are able to touch, taste, smell, and then anything, whatever you are able to experience or think or perceive, you become separate from it.
Okay.
So when you are identified with this first thing, this mind, subconscious mind, then you are very much identified with, like, this is my country, this is my caste, this is my religion, these are my achievements. I am this, I'm a professor, I am a lecturer, I'm a successful man or I am unsuccessful, I'm black, I'm white. So this is quite gross. Then the person whose mind has become conscious is a man of Buddhi, he is a man of intelligence. He can control those kind of people. Whatever he is putting in the mind of these people, the way he want to condition them, he can condition. Those who are identified with their intelligence, they become great thinkers, they become great philosophers. They can play with thinking. They can, like, they can harmonize, unite two parts. But here also, not get free from, because you are still in the world of duality.
What was the last line? I missed it because of sound error.
You cannot get free from duality.
Okay.
You are still in the world of duality. Pleasant and good and bad. Day and night. Money and poverty. So the world of duality still continues. As long as you are identified with even the conscious mind, you will remain in the world of duality. And the third thing is Ahankar. Fourth is Ahankar. Third was
Chhit.
Chhit. Fourth is Ahankar. So Ahankar is like Once you are identified with anything, whatever you have experienced, whatever you have known, whatever you have felt, because consciousness has no name, no form, no quality. It is formless, it has no attribute, no quality. So anything which it experiences, anything which it comes to know, it immediately becomes identified with that. And that is how the ego is created. Identification with that which you are not. Because the consciousness has no form, no name, no quality. But it has this quality that anything which it is able to experience, it gets immediately identified with that. If you are living in a female form, you get identified with female form. If you are living in male form, you get identified with that. Two levels. At the first level, you are identified with gross things. Like you are, it can be seen very easily. You are a Hindu, you are a man, you are a woman, you have this achievement. You are a black or white. At the second level, you are identified with the second level of ego. You are identified with your ideas, your concepts. This then it becomes subtle. The subtle can be of help and it can harm you more, because to get rid of something subtle is more difficult. To get rid of thing is easy. So ego has these two levels. Once you come to know that you are the Chhit, then first if you want to get rid of, as long as you are identified with the ego, you may be a very intelligent man. And all those people who have achieved great things, they may be great scientists, they may be great philosophers, they may be great thinkers, they may be very creative people, great artists. They are identified with this second level of ego, which is with Buddhi, intelligence. And they are able to achieve tremendous thing in this world. And when we see them, we are all stuck that they have such a great achievement. We are so small in comparison of them. Their achievement is tremendous. But even they can be free from pleasure and pain. They cannot be free from the world of duality, because the ego is still there. Now the ego is identified with Buddhi, intelligence. As long as you are identified with anything, you cannot be free from the world of duality. So how to be free from this ego? You can be free from this ego by being self-aware. You can say self-awareness means anything that you are able to experience, anything that you are able to observe, perceive. Whatever comes in front of your mirror, if you are self-aware, then you will be able to disidentify with those things. You will be able to separate yourself from that. Because whatever you become aware of, you are separate from that. You are no longer part of that. And once there is nothing to observe, there is nothing to experience, all your thoughts and emotions, they have lost their strength because you have become disidentified. Then this self-awareness can become aware of itself. Then it is called pure awareness. Now you are no longer identified with your body, or no longer identified with your thinking, you are no longer identified with your emotions, feeling, mood. You become just awareness. You are that awareness. That is what is when we say you are that. This is the whole journey. It may not look very romantic, it may not look very entertaining, but if you want to be free from the dream world, then you have to go through that, the whole journey. If you stop anywhere, then your bondage may be less, but the bondage will still remain. So that's why what Buddha said, chareveti, chareveti. That is being in Satyug. Never stop anywhere. Just go on and on. That is what Swamiji also says, that whatever you have gathered, like you have gathered things from like bees, don't throw them away. Ahead. Never stop anywhere. At a particular level, that thing is all right. It's not that once you know that you are not the body, then you have to become careless to the body. Take care, because once your instrument is pure and it is sharp, then it will be helpful in your journey. Otherwise, if your body becomes sick, then it's like carrying a dead body or dead weight. So that is what Osho says, that you are able to purify your body, then the body becomes empty, or you can call it shunya. You can call it nothingness. Once you have purified your thought and it has reached to its peak, then the thought will disappear. What he calls vichar shunyata. And if you are able to purify your emotions, your feeling, your mood, that is called bhav. Once it has become shuddha, then it will become shunya. So you have to go on becoming. That is what in India is called neti neti. Not this, not this. If you are saying that I am this, then your bondage will be stronger. So go on saying that I am not this. They may be arising within me. It is being reflected in the mirror which I am. But whatever the mirror reflects, it is not that. So this is the journey. This is the map. Now you have to make it become real. You have to realize it. You have to bring it in your life. Is it clear?
Yeah.
But you should contemplate very deeply on these things.
Ji.
You understood?
Yeah.
Because that can make your journey smaller, quicker. But don't be in hurry. What Swamiji used to say, that if you read his books, read it little bit every day. Don't, so that it is digested, assimilated, and becomes part of your bone and marrow and blood.
Okay.
Was it helpful to you or not?
Yeah. I need to listen it again, I feel.
That's why.
For more help.
Actually, I was going to talk with Karen the same thing. Because in the morning I was listening to someone talking about these things, and he said it quite clearly. So I thought that this is a map, but this map need to be shared. If you want, I can share the Hindi one also, so that it becomes more clearer to you. I have said most of the thing what he said, but in my own ways. But I think that Osho has also spoken, but this man, I don't know whether he is at what state that man is, but intellectually his understanding was very clear. And I was just surprised how deeply these people have gone inside, that they have created these words. It's all the same thing, but when you are at a particular level, then these words are needed. Otherwise, there is no difference in the wave and the ocean. They are same. All waves are part of the ocean. But as long as you are identified with wave, you will be in bondage. You have to become the ocean. Now, this is also not correct. You have to become, you are already the ocean. You are already that. You are that. But because identification has happened with something which is limited, then we become limited. But it is all a psychological state. So your misery, your prison, your suffering is all psychological. But don't think psychological is something small. There is a book of Osho, I think, Beyond Psychology. So
Yeah.
you have to transcend those things. You have read it or not?
No, I haven't read it.
You have?
No.
No. Sometimes reading is better than listening, because you can read many times and then you are, your consciousness can contemplate. You have all those capacity. You can meditate, you can contemplate. Contemplation is also needed. If you want to be totally free, all your faculty has to work at its height. Otherwise, you can just go on saying, "Oh, so," and dance and become a opium addict. But if I share the Hindi one and you share the Hindi one with him, that is someone else is speaking. So that will not penetrate very deep inside him. It will become intellectual. When I am speaking, that will hurt him, and when it hurts, then you are healed. In the beginning it will hurt, then later on you can be healed. You understood or not what I said?
Yeah.
Hindi one, it can become part of his dream world, just intellectual.
Okay.
And I have spoken more in detail. Whatever he said, he was quite clear about the concept in the Hindi one, and I liked it. That's why I wanted to share with Karen also the same thing, because that will be very helpful in the journey. Don't take it very sincerely. I will share with you to Hindi one if you ask. Otherwise, if the thirst is not there, if you are not very thirsty about it, then it all depends. Sometimes maybe you think this is all just concept. But these concepts also help. Otherwise, anything which is spoken in words, if it is not becoming your experience, then it is just like saying H2O, H2O. But if you are a pure person, then you will try to realize it. You will make it your own experience.
Yeah.
That's why it is said that disciple is one who is ready to undergo a discipline. A disciple is one who is open, who has become totally open. That was the mistake of Karen, that she was hiding things because she thought that I will say no to it. But I would have said no to it because I didn't want to make her journey longer. Once you are trapped in these things, these are all right for unconscious people, those people who are not interested in meditation. There can be an astrologer who can help you spiritually also if that person is meditative. Then that can be very helpful. But those people who are just non-meditative, they are just greedy people. They create greed inside you, they create fear inside you, and then they exploit you. You understood?
Yeah.
That's why I was quite upset with her. I thought that what is the point now? For 5 years, 6 years, whatever time. And you are hiding things. That means you are in a very impure state of feeling, emotions, mind. Your greed became so dominant. Your fear, you thought that I will say no to it. But sometimes it is good to fall down also, so you may learn from your own experience. And she realized she said yesterday she wept a lot, I think yesterday or day before yesterday. That was a pure weeping. It was not. She said that I don't now At least at that moment, he said, I am no longer even seeking enlightenment. I just want to serve you. But if you are just in that pure state of love where you are not desiring anything, you are just doing things without desiring fruit. Fruit will come when you are in the right space. But fruit is not in your hand. It is in the hand of existence. That is what Krishna said in Gita. You are not the adhikari of that. You have the right to act. You are free to act, but the fruit is not in your hand. So don't desire it. It will come if you have done it properly, rightly. Fruit is, no one can stop it from coming. But you apply your whole energy in whatever you are doing. And fruit will come, no one can stop. Okay?